Hey guys, welcome to another video and thanks for clicking on this one. In this video, I want to share with you some of the things that I've been doing in the past couple of, I would say, months. And this all started in the year 2025. I really decided to focus on just structuring some things right when it comes to finances, my finances particularly. And I want to share some of those things with you in this video because at the end of the day, I believe that when I bring this information to you, I want to make sure that I've actually done those things or applied those things to my own self in order to be able to speak about it and talk about it to you guys. So I hope that you benefit from this video and I hope that you find value in it. Please don't forget to drop a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It goes a long way. Now, one of the things I would like to address right away is that when it comes to investing, saving money, and building wealth, I think it is really important to focus on your personal situation, because at the end of the day, you can watch a ton of videos online, you can read so many books, but the ability to replicate exactly how that person has achieved what they've done can be a challenge, because their situation, their family's setup, their future projections of where things would be or where their jobs would take them, those things are often different for every individual. So if you are looking to do the same things, one of the first things I would like to say is to take an inventory of where you are. And this is something I try to do with my own family myself. So if you are married, then ask yourself, your spouse, your significant other, about where you are currently. So for example, if you have saved up some money or you are trying to save up to reach a certain goal, ask yourself, how much do we have that is set aside for this specific goal? It is important to do this because if you do not know exactly where you're coming from, then it's hard for you to gather momentum and focus in a new direction. The truth is that, especially where you have two or more people, it can be difficult to achieve something significant if you are not working together. And this is where it is very important that you two need to have a very solid understanding, especially if you're a family and you're not trying to do this alone. It is very important for you to have a very strong understanding of where you are so that you can channel a new, or at least focus in a new direction. And one of the first things I always say is that for the beginning of the year, which is generally why people start the year with a plan or a goal or set goals for the year. But before you set those goals, let's talk about what has happened in the past, what has happened in the previous years. So in this case, for 2024, what did we achieve? In my case, I was, okay, we set out a certain amount to achieve or to save within the year. Did we achieve that goal? Could we have done more? How did we spend our money, especially when you have those windfalls of some money, maybe through bonuses or through maybe investment returns? How did you use that money? Did you use it towards a new goal? Did you spend it well? Did you invest it well? Or did you spend it, right? You need to account for those things. Then the next thing is, for the year 2024, how are we going to, well, 2025 rather, how are we going to, what are the new goals we are setting? And how do we plan to achieve those goals? Now, as they are goals, considering goals are meant for you to have a direction, your ability to achieve it, your measurement of achievement shouldn't, you don't want to feel like you failed by not achieving it. Even if you set out so many goals, if you fail to achieve those goals, it is okay. So I don't want you to be discouraged by the amount or be scared away by the goal that you're setting, because that is really what scares a lot of people. The accountability aspect, where you don't want to be accountable to each other, and maybe you say you're not going to spend money on something, but then you go ahead and do it anyway, and then you feel like you're not accountable to yourself or to your partner. That can be a very big deal in any relationship. So I want you to understand that it is very important that you spend time understanding that, yes, these are goals. You want to set enough, enough guardrails to help you achieve those goals. But in case you do not achieve those goals, do not feel like a failure. I want you to think about it as, well, yes, we didn't hit our target, but we're close enough. So if you set a goal to save 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000, if that is your goal, set something that is ambitious, but at the same time, something that is realistic so that you can achieve those things. Now, you may set a goal for the full year, but it is now important, whatever the goals may be, okay, it is now important for you to set certain milestones in that goal. So for example, your goal is to save 50,000, 10,000, 20,000, right? In the first quarter of 2025, you want to sit down and think and ask yourself, what have you saved so far? How could you have saved more? These are things that you need to do along the way, no matter what goal you're setting. I mean, I'm just using money as an example, even if it's a personal goal of reading books, if it's a personal goal of maybe doing some courses, it is very important that you come back to ask yourself how you are doing, and hopefully you can sit back and make necessary corrections to refocus and go in the direction that you need to go. I really thought I should share this because I feel like I am doing this myself, and this is something that I am, it makes us accountable to yourself, and also to your significant other. So I think it is important to talk about that. But one of the things that I also want to share with you, of course, we need to look at what has been going on in the stock market, and I thought I would pull up some of that in this video. The past couple of months or weeks has been quite rough. If we I'm going to share my screen with you here. In the past month, all right, as we can see, the Dow Jones DJI index, we've seen around it in the past 1 month, okay, in the past 3 months, this is what the graph looks like, okay. In the past 6 months, okay, we've seen some decent growth, but it's also very choppy. Like from here, we went all the way down to 41,000 points there, and then it's risen again to about 44. So we don't know what a year really is going to look like when it comes to investing, but it's something that is worth keeping in mind, that if you have a long-term approach, okay, if you have a long-term approach to investing, this shouldn't be a problem. This shouldn't discourage you from investing. In fact, those times when it goes down are the times that you want to capitalize on investing even more money. The other thing also that I want to share with you is cryptocurrencies. Those, of course, as you know, can be very volatile, but you have to understand, again, if you have the appetite for risk and you are interested in cryptocurrencies, it has pulled back. Bitcoin, for example, has pulled back in the past couple of weeks as well. And again, it's definitely a good time to buy some of these coins and hold for the long term. If we go 7 days, 1 month, as you can see, we got to a high of around 106 there, 107, 109 at some point. All right. And in the past 1 year, you can see we've definitely made a significant jump from the lows of 60s and 50s to now about 95 being the new numbers that we are seeing recently. So the goal here is look into holding long term, and that is really my approach to this investing of a thing. I don't try to time the market. I don't try to look for high risk plays. Can be very difficult to get right, especially when you have uncertainties in the economy. So I thought to share this information with you. Like I said, 2025 is definitely going to be a great year for investing. I believe that, even if it doesn't come out to be 20% returns or 24% like the returns of last year or 2 years ago, I still believe that investing in stocks, investing in cryptocurrencies, a little bit anyway, in cryptocurrencies will definitely prove to be a reasonable investment in the long term. Thought to share this with you. If you found value in this, please don't forget to drop a like on the video, and I'll see you in the next one.